What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Geometry Dash Level Creator. And while I wasn't recording, I gave my level what might be the biggest change and the biggest update it has ever gotten. And the cool thing about it, the secret, is it was only a few clicks. And here you can already see it's looking, just a little bit different. And we can, I guess, try it out if it's really that many clicks. Like in the options, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 clicks in the options menu. I changed the background and the ground, even though the ground isn't that important. The main change is just the entire background for the entire rest of the level. And you can just kind of see it as I'm going through the level. It looks different. It looks so much better in my opinion. You guys can of course say what you think about this. If you think it looks better, if you think it was better before. But the best way to show it off, of course, is to actually play through the level, which is what we're gonna do right now. And the coolest thing about this is even though I used pretty simple design and simple blocks, now it looks like it's a new level. This entire background just makes it look like everything is planned. Everything looks so shiny. Look at the blue color here. Okay, I had to focus there for a bit. Even this red here, and especially this UFO part, is one of my favorite parts now. Now we are getting to the spider part, which is still as awesome as always. There we go. And now the wave. The hardest part in the level so far. Ah, I got the coin, but okay. And there we go, and that's it. And then I also added a portal here, a robot, because I already have some plans for the future. And that is what we will start with. So we have the robot portal here. We are in the wave. You go into here. And it kind of seemed like you actually survive. I'm not sure it was because, of the ending, which saves you. Or just because you're going to survive here anyway. But I guess I can just make sure with these blocks, like I used before for that wave transition where you go into a dual part. Since this is still dual robot, I think I'm gonna use some platforms to catch both of the robot characters. And then I want to continue with dual robot because I read some comments, saying I should focus on an actual dual part. We have a wave dual part, but now maybe where you have to control both at the same time and it kind of tries to trick you up. That's what I'm gonna try to do in this episode. So how should we start this off? I do think it's clever to start with some platforms just to see if the robots, like the two robots, are gonna survive on their own. Actually, I think I have a funny idea, and if it's gonna work, it's gonna look pretty cool, I believe. I'm just gonna put this, I think, down once. Is this gonna work? It should work. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add just a purple jump pad to here and to here. And kind of my idea is... Wait, is this right? Oh, wait, it's not exactly on the same thing. Because I guess it's only a half block. I have to manually move this to here. And then it should work. And what I'm imagining is imagine you're in the robot. You jump up here. You jump down here. And then you're just going to move. And this entire platform is going to move with you. Like we had before when we first tried out moving objects. And then it's going to stop. And then you're gonna use those two jump pads and it's gonna bounce you into a new area where you really have to use the dual part for the first time. Kind of like a neat little transition. And it's only gonna be very short until there's another beat. I already listened to it. There's a beat in the music where I want the player to get bumped up. Surprisingly, I think we're already done. Which speed do we have right there? This is red speed. Okay, that's dangerous. That's the obvious problem. I need... let's just go to 0 again, because the speed should be in the main layer. And I think green or purple is going to be okay. I'm going to start with green here. And I definitely have to make this a whole lot bigger. Also that you can clearly see. Okay, it's getting finally a little bit slower now. And then put it into the middle. I think this is okay. This also looks good with the white portal. I like that. And I think that's pretty much it. We're going to switch back to this layer. And now I just have to check... the move is only going to be very short, as you can see. It is the group 11. And I'm going to try out maybe at 50 or something like that. And I think it's done. Alright, that is pretty much exactly what I wanted. It's not that perfect with the timing. I think it's a little bit too long. So maybe actually half or 0.30 should be okay. And then it's going to be right there. And we're going to jump. And I think I first have to make the timing, the sync to the music perfect, because then I know where I should put the blocks. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like this. Just to make sure, wait, I have to go to 0. The portal, the robot does not have any blue lines. So for the portal, I basically have this entire area just to play around with. There is the ground, so I need to be careful about that. Even though I guess I can do it like before, just add spikes here and use that as the death trap if you fail. So let's look at this. This is the gameplay. It's very synced up. That's really nice. I suppose what the player can do is like jump over it, which means this might be a little, like, obvious to just make the player, like, to force the player to use my gameplay. But that's what I can do, right? I can just put a saw blade, for example, right into the middle. Make it bigger. And then once it's really in the middle, I guess I can do that real quick. It's really not going to take any amount of time. And that should still work. It should be exactly in the middle. The player will need to use my platforms as a help. And then right before they touch the saw, they're going to jump like that. And if they don't use the jump pad anyway, they're probably going to die because the platform, I'm just going to put it right there. Like, for example, here and here would be the two. But now I'm kind of weird about this entire situation because I learned last time that I could literally use any of these awesome looking blocks because they all use the same system with the corner pieces and stuff. I thought like the beginning blocks, those are easier to use, but that's not the case. Look at all of this gigantic just variety in the blocks, the 2.1 and stuff. So we kind of played around with different blocks, but yeah, I think I'm gonna just stick with these. I think those are the best ones that I find right now in this block section. So we can just put one here. And wait, my question is, since we are in a portal, wait a minute, wait, how does that make sense? Why was the robot walking here? Shouldn't it, like... Oh my god, no way! The dual part has... Does the dual part have blue lines? I'm so confused now, because the question is, why the heck was the dual robot walking here? Because the duals, they can't, like, exit the screen at the same time. Is that it? They can't go too far away from each other. So in a way, I do have blue lines. Wait, I have to test this again. Yeah, look! There's an orange one. But how can I activate the orange one? I kind of want to see the orange line. That is so weird. So we do have some sort of like a block, but how would that look in normal gameplay? Is there a dual wall that's gonna appear? Okay, so yeah, the ceiling and the floor, they appear and they let you walk around there in normal gameplay. You guys can tell me if that's always the case, because I'm so sure that I like remember gameplay parts where that isn't the case, where you just have a like empty area as a robot. But maybe I'm just remembering it wrong in a dual robot and dual cube everything. But I guess I can still try to work around that. All I need to do is, yeah, make the blocks go a little higher than the floor. Because then in the end, it's gonna be like any other form that has the blue lines. I just have to put the wall right there. I think that's gonna work out. And then it goes like this. And then what I can do is just add, for example, this is just an example. It's gonna go down. And then it's gonna look like there's an opening example for here. You have to jump over it. Kind of like that. Even though it's still sad that you can't do more interesting things as a dual. But I guess it makes sense. Like I said, you can't like make the dual parts go too far away from each other. Or you will just have to zoom out like crazy, and that's not possible. At least not yet. And then I think I'm gonna add some normal spikes again. Welcome back, normal spikes. I actually started to miss you. And then, for example, if I do this, you have to somehow jump over it. And I think this is a typical little idea for a part like that. How does this work? I need one of these, I believe. Wait, are those different ones? This looks a little darker than the other ones, but I still need those, aren't? Yeah, I need this one. And then put it into the middle, kinda. So the lower one jumps up top, and the top one jumps to the bottom. And then it's like gravity switched and side switched. I think it's a typical little trick that you can do. I just need to make sure that there's enough room for it. Maybe what I do want to do is just put this right down into the floor. Okay, I think that definitely works. And now I can very easily just add some spikes. Like before, always. I guess I can also add spikes here. You won't reach them ever. But hang on. Yeah, I think this actually looks okay. Where's this? This is the ending, right? Wait, is it really right there? Or is it because it's always at the same spot? No, I think that's right. This way. It is a little bit more confusing than I thought, I have to admit. Because if I add spikes here, for some reason... I think they're... they have to be here. I get it. Okay, okay. So wait. They have to be here. And then, yeah, they're gonna kill the robot at this point. So I can just kind of make it symmetrical and copy-paste all the blocks. I guess it's smarter to do this later, because then... Yeah, because if I copy-paste everything, I'm also gonna copy-paste the spikes. Even though, isn't that exactly what I want? Like, why am I doing this up top? What I need to do is I need to do the entire bottom part first, and then just copy-paste the entire bottom part to the top. Because that's kind of how dual parts work, don't they? And let's go. Let's try this now. I'm copy-pasting everything. Like that. Put it up there. Rotate it once or twice. Oh, wait, but now it's gonna... wait. I know now. I know, guys. You guys told me, by the way, I forgot to mention this. This is also how I was able to make this crazy spike. I completely missed the mirror option. I'm sorry about that. I have no idea how I missed it. It's like, yeah, it's right on the first page. These two arrows, you can mirror it like horizontally or vertically. So I just need to press this, right? And it's that simple. We're done. Okay, this is a pretty awesome feeling to find this out now. Again, I always have to say a huge thank you, guys. Every time you help me, it's just, this is like a team effort pretty much. Half of this level at least is because of you guys, I believe. Just because of tips and stuff. But my question is, wait, do I have to put it... Because this isn't exactly symmetrical. Would it be symmetrical? Isn't it big enough to have it the same way? Because you can see I'm walking along a block here, and then I die when I fall down. But here, I'd be walking along a safe spot. But I obviously want it to fall down. And if I put it one higher or one lower, then it suddenly... No, wait. Is it... But no, because the spikes are inside of the platform. I think I have to push it up until it's the exact same. Until it's symmetrical. Is there any way I can figure out when it's symmetrical? I guess it doesn't have to be too similar. Maybe this is already enough, because now you can see I'm gonna stop here, and if I drop down, I will reach the spikes, and that should work. I can always try it out, but I don't want to, I don't want to go back and forth from gameplay and creating too much. I want to keep that flow going, kind of, that I have right now, because we're still here, you know? We haven't worked on this little section there. So what I'm thinking of is I need these blocks with the one up top and the one below, and then just, as long as I want it, I can just add as many as I want, and then, of course, close it here. And I think this already works. You can see it's not really symmetrical, though. That is my problem. So I think what I need to do is copy or select all of this and move it a little bit down, for example. And then we're going to try it and see if this works. This is getting a little complicated because obviously I wasn't able to make it here. But I can jump to here and then to here. And then the spike segment there should still work. Because, hang on, can I, again, do the trick now? Can I do my little copy-paste trick? Put it up here, and then just... Is that exactly the same? I mirror it, right? And is that it? I hope that's it. It looks okay. It actually looks pretty good, because it aligns perfectly right there. So everything is at the right position, it seems like. And I think this works, like, right? You jump here, and then you bounce up to here, and then you are switch, and then I guess... Can I make little hops? Like, for example, what I'm thinking of is I want very dangerous blue jump pads up here and here. And then you have to jump over them. I'm just gonna check if this is possible, or if I maybe have to put the spikes a little bit higher. I accidentally have the sync right. I wasn't planning on that. I never listened to the music. But it seems like it's right, like da-da, and then da-da-da-da-da-da-da. To every jump, the music surprisingly fits very well. And it looks like those jumps are possible. They're a little tight, so I'm not sure if I want to do too many of them. Maybe one is enough. When the music syncs again, I can sync it up with that. So all I need to do now is literally just add more spikes right here. And then this segment is done. And then you can like drop down again. And then I can make more interesting dual parts. What is a cool idea for a dual part? Maybe more gravity or side switches. I think that's always interesting. Or maybe I can also try to make the bottom player do something different than the top one. It's gonna be even harder than what we've done so far, but I think it's gonna be worth it. So the music goes on for quite a while without any special parts. We're getting close to the mega drop, which is gonna be insane. But for now, I think we really can take it easy. Not every single part has to be perfectly synced. I think that's also like a lesson that new creators have to learn, including me. I always want to sync up as best as I can, but sometimes the gameplay is actually better if it's not too like strictly synced to the song. So what I can just do is really go for what I said before. I want to add some blocks again, but do the gameplay differently for both sides. But this is gonna be interesting to play around with, because I have to at the same time work on the top and at the bottom and make sure both are possible at the same time. And that might be a little problematic. So one idea that I have to make the top and the bottom look different is just also use different design or like the different idea for the basic gameplay. For example, I can put some blocks up here and the bottom one is gonna drop down again to here. And then instead of just mirroring it on the bottom side, I can do what I did before with like a little platform that's gonna catch you. I think that's how you do it. These three bits. And then this platform is gonna do the same as all the other platforms in level, I guess, and move. While the top character has to just go through like a lot of spaces and jump over spikes. And the bottom one has to do something at the same time, but not as much, so it's not too complicated. Okay, that's actually pretty awesome. You can see this one is gonna drop down if you don't do anything, so you can go up and down and stuff. And this one will always be at that height. And now I think how I can do it is select this entire group and put this to like way into the foreground. So what I can do now is, if we think about this, I can, for example, add a spike right there, right? And then just make one of those typical pillars that go up, like right there, and then just go all the way down, and then it's gonna seem like it comes from the bottom. Maybe I can even, oh, that's cool, maybe I can make this move as well, and make like every pillar come up one after another, kinda, so you have to keep watch down below, but also at the same time up top. I hope this is not gonna be too like crazy what I'm thinking of, but it seems like such a cool idea. Oh, I just realized this is gonna take a while. I want all three like spike pillars to move independently on their own. So I need to do a move like button and also an alpha button, because I don't want them to appear like immediately. I want them to slowly appear like when you're here. So I have to do everything 3 times. The move for every pillar 3 times, and kind of like one block separated, so they come one after another. It's gonna take a while, but if I do it smart and use like the copy feature, I only need to do 1 pillar basically, and then just copy the move and the alpha buttons 2 times, right? I think that's gonna work. And now I will need to remember this handy tip. If I unselect preview mode, it's gonna be a little ugly, but everything is a lot more visible. I should use this more often, I believe, because look at this. You can see everything so perfectly. And now we can also see that this pillar has an alpha here, so it's not gonna be visible at this point. And now I just need to, like I said before, copy paste this 3 times, right? And just always change the group ID, because it's 13, 14, and 15. So all of these should be invisible now. And then here, they're gonna be made visible again. And I hope it's gonna look cool. And here we are. All of these are at the bottom now. So the first one is already coming up, I believe. We can check it out later. But, you know, no risk, no fun. I'm gonna do it right away. I'm gonna copy and paste these. Put them a little down so you can see it more easily. And push it to around here. I think that's gonna be enough. And then I can right away copy and paste this again and just put it around there. I think this is nice sync. And now, of course, I need to edit all of these objects to their right group ID. These two are going to be 14, like that. And these two are going to be... no, not 14. What am I doing? 15. There we go. All right. I think it works. I think it definitely works. Because I can just kind of treat it like a trap. If I put one exclamation point here, you will immediately know, okay, there's danger here. I need to jump over. And then pretty much I can do exactly what I did with the other exclamation points. Which kind of means I can... Wait a minute, where is it? Is it the alpha? Yeah, I think so, right? I can copy this alpha and just move it all the way and then move it to here. And then just change it. Alright, I have to select the exclamation point, edit group. The next free one is 16. So this one is going to be 16. And now it has the exact same property, just it does it to this. Yeah, exclamation point, as you can see. It goes away. And these here slowly get visible while this one gets invisible. But what I might do is I might change it to maybe 20 instead. Or maybe the first one is 20. And then this one is like 25. And then the last one is 30, just to make it a little different, so it's not too unfair. I'm gonna test this in the play mode, because that's really how you can see if it works or not. Alright, wait a minute. Okay, that's wrong. I forgot about that, darn it. I was so distracted with the awesome idea that I forgot about the second character. It's a dual part, which means if I jump too high, the one above is gonna jump even higher and actually back into the spikes, while the first character at the bottom will survive. So that means I just have to make everything easier, doesn't it? I just have to make a little jump. And that is it. Okay, it finally works. So what I can do now is make it even more obvious that you have to jump somewhere around here by just adding these spikes. Or maybe just... Nah. I think spikes are always like the trap. Spikes don't look that good. What looks even better is if you make like a little hole, and that's it. And then, of course, you're gonna add the black spikes again. You just have to make sure that it's the correct block. So I'm gonna put it to here, here, here. Or I guess, you know, I shouldn't be lazy. Once I see that mistake, I'm gonna put it into this layer. Because look! Oh, right, of course. There already are these spikes. They're just in the different layer. So I almost made the mistake. I don't have to do that anymore. I guess what I can do, however, is remove the spikes here since there are blocks. But I'm gonna do that later. For now, I'm gonna focus on the gameplay. So what did I want to do? I just want to add like a block here, right? So I need this one with the little corner. And it's gonna be like there. And then you shouldn't die anymore. I mean, it obviously shows you this is only gonna be a little jump. So don't go too crazy. And then this robot is gonna chill again. And this is still gonna follow the platform. As you can see, the platform is right now going all the way to here. So we can still work with the platform. But honestly, at the same time, I'm kind of feeling like dual might be a little bit too complicated for me as a beginner at the moment. Because look, we only did this. And I've already been recording for such a gigantic amount of time. So I think I'm gonna end the duel after this. It's been a fun ride, but a little bit too long. So maybe I can just, as a little, I guess, as a test, I can, where is it? I can use this portal, right? The yellow or orange one is the one where it begins. And then the blue one, like, sucks it up again. I'm just gonna put it here. And then, yeah, it's gonna work. This is gonna be the end of the level for now, of course. And you jump over, and there's only one character left. Okay, so it definitely works. We can see that as soon as the dual part stopped, we saw that the design at this point was unfinished. The spikes in layer 1, yeah, they obviously didn't have any floor anymore. You saw it in the corner. So we will have to add some floor here if we're actually gonna go with the dual part end at this very point here. But okay, I think, like I said, I am happy with this part, especially this part. This is actually something I like. I like the timing with the arrows here that tell you have to jump in the middle and then right away jump here. Otherwise, you're not gonna make it. It's too tight. So I do have to say I like that part. Afterwards, I do like this part as well with the 3 spikes. But then it kind of gets messy for the last jump. And I know it's kind of very short what we've done so far, but if I'm honest, the main change that I wanted to show off as well was this new background, because I really want to know what you guys think about the new background, about the new design. It is a big change. It is a really big change actually, because it makes it seem like it was planned all along. The minimalistic design works with the minimalistic blocks that I use, at least in my opinion. Maybe I'm just trying to be cheap and trying to excuse it as good design. But yeah, you guys can tell me how this whole new background makes the level look now. And for the future, I'm definitely gonna try to keep it more simple again, because I want to finally get to the end. I know a lot of people keep commenting they want to play it, they want to try it. And I will upload the level, like a first version of it, as soon as I'm done with the gameplay and the layout. I won't wait until I finish the entire design and decoration as well. So I should be able to upload this level in like a few more videos, maybe the next one, maybe in 2 more videos, something like that. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video, and until next time, take care.